Good afternoon, everybody. We're just getting started with the Mukwonago hearing. I know that we have the boardroom connected, so if you guys could unmute and get your camera on, I could just check your connection. See you there. Okay, great. How about unmuting? I'll get your sound tested out too.
Okay, can you hear us?
Yes, perfect. All right, great. Um, I'm sorry, is that Diana sitting at the table?
Who, Diana? Which one?
Probably.
Yeah,
Diana Doherty is here.
Good.
On the side, Diana Doherty. You have to hit the
Okay, I just have a list of people we're expecting, so I wasn't sure who's there. Okay.
Yes.
Well, a few more seconds left. We'll get started in just a bit. We do have a number of people connected on Zoom. Another village connection. Hang on. Okay. All right, it's 3 p.m., so let's get started. Welcome, everyone, to Docket 3980 WR 106, the application of the Village of Mukwonago for authority to adjust water rates. My name is Michael Newmark, the Administrative Law Judge for the PSC. We're here for the second hearing in this case, both the public and party hearing sessions. So we'll be receiving evidence from the applicant, the utility and commission staff, checking in their documents and taking comments from them, and then we'll move on to public comments. So thank you all for showing up here and participating. We are receiving those public comments live, and also will continue to receive public comments in writing up until Thursday. Those can be filed on our website or mailed to us, and I'm just displaying that on our screen share, the details on how to file a comment. So this is our second hearing that was prompted by the utility's request to lower its requested rate of return. So we do have all the documents and the recording of the first hearing. Those are part of the record, and that includes 100 public comments and 22 documents from the utility, 2 documents from commission staff. So at this point, we're set to receive the additional comments and documents from that have been put on file so far, and that'll be, and as well as a recording of the hearing, which will be made from our live stream right now. So that's being broadcast on our YouTube channel. So all that's part of the record. So we will forward the entire record to the decision maker in the case, which is Andy Galvin, the administrator for the Division of Water Utility Regulation and Analysis. So Andy will review the record and make a decision. And then at that point, a written order will issue. It'll be emailed to the utility and posted on the commission's website. And just for people watching here, the way to get to those documents, we do have a link here on the notice of hearing and a QR code. That'll be on our recording on YouTube. So where you can access that link. But the notice document should also be floating around. I know the utility provided it to customers, so I might not have that link on the document, the notice to customers, but our notice of hearing does. Also, the YouTube channel is on there. So that's just a way to keep track of the documents that do get filed in the case, including the final decision. So let me see if there's anyone else joining us. I just want to make sure people who are joining by Zoom are in the room. It looks like I got everyone so far. And we'll move on then to getting the utility documents checked in. I'm going to display on the screen share an email from commission staff with our hearing 2 utility exhibits. And we have 7 exhibits filed by the utility. So when you get those checked in, verified under oath, who can do that for us today?
I can do that.
All right, let me swear you in. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
So give us your name and title, please.
Christine DeMaster. I am a principal and senior consultant with Trilogy Consulting.
All right, great, thanks. And can you see the screen share?
Yes.
All right, so we have the 7 documents, utility filed. Are you familiar with those?
Yes.
Are they complete and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, they are.
All right, so do you have any comments you'd like the decision maker to know?
I mean, I think the documents speak for themselves, but I just wanted to, again, reiterate that I believe the record shows in this case that there is significant concern from the part of customers of the utility over the affordability of rates at the benchmark rate of return. And we've also demonstrated that with the favorable financing that the village has received and the sound financial state of the utility, that although it's unusual to allow a rate of return that's lower than the benchmark, in this case, the utility would still be on sound financial footing with the lower requested benchmark, lower than benchmark rate of return. Thank you.
Okay, great, thanks. Does anyone else wish to speak on behalf of the utility? So utility employees, personnel? Nobody? Okay. Oh yeah, go ahead. I'll just swear you in. Raise your right hand. You swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do.
Name and title, please.
My name is Wayne Castle. I'm the utilities director for the village of Mukwonago.
Yep.
And I just wanted to be real brief, just kind of reiterating what Christy had said. We took, as staff, we took it very serious, the public input, and you know, we really looked at the situation to see if there were ways that we could lower the total impact of the rate increase. And what we came up with was this solution to lower the rate of return, which is determined by the Public Service Commission, and it is a piece of rate setting that we are required to receive. So my understanding is 4.9% was the lowest that we could request, and that's where we're at today here with the second hearing.
Okay, great, thanks. Anyone else for the utility? Okay. So we'll move on to commission staff. We do have a commission staff document to receive. So I believe that's Alex Hanna's document. Yep. I'll swear you in. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
And are you familiar with the rate of return response exhibit?
Yes, I am.
Can you confirm it's complete and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, it is.
All right. Any comments?
I have no comments at this time.
All right. Okay. So at this point, let me just review. I know we do have a number of comments filed in the second notice of hearing. So 6 comments so far online. In addition, for public comments, we have 100 filed and that are already part of the record. So at this point, I can take live comments from members of the public. Well, we can start in the boardroom if there's anyone who wishes to speak. Just have you come up to the table and we'll do the same process. I'll swear you in and get your name and have you speak for us. All right. Raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm? Tell the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. I'm just not hearing you. Sorry.
Yep, yes, I do.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, give us your name and go ahead.
Okay, Frank Piscitello, my wife's with me, Charlotte. We've been in our home about 25 years in the village here. And from about the beginning, my water bill has been about $400 a quarter. And then all of a sudden, you know, you really don't pay close attention to it until it's time to retire. Now, my wife and I are on a fixed income. We thought, hey, man, we're going to retire in Mukwonago, stay in our home, and be able to afford it. But the things that are going on in the world right now are a little ridiculous, let alone our water bill. We are at a historic economic problems in the world. We are paying the highest utility bills, the highest grocery bills, and now the village of Mukwonago wants to put more of a burden on its village residents. And it's brutal. And really the only people that this hurt are the people that have their homes. You know, put this burden on these big people that are putting up these big apartment complexes. And we have 2 big, beautiful industrial parks. Put the burden on them. Don't put it on the burden on the village residents. I think loyal village residents that have paid our utility bills on time for 25 years, never been late, never nothing. Now, all of a sudden, we're going through this turmoil. It's making it unaffordable. I put in rain barrels in my house or in my yard. I put in no disrespect to Wayne, because I've had this conversation. We don't even drink the village water. It's terrible. We go and get it from a spring once a week for the last few years. The village water, they got I'm not even do all this. They got 6, 7, 8 different wells, and they're mixing water. I don't even want to feed that. I have German Shepherds and they're expensive dogs. I don't even want to feed them that water. My opinion is that the village needs to put this burden somewhere else and not on its loyal village residents. That's all I got.
Okay, thanks. Appreciate it.
Hey, by the way, sir, the only thing the water department has going for it in the village is this guy. I'm not kidding you. I've called him on numerous occasions since he's been in the village. Calls me back on a regular. He's been in my house, looked at what's going on. Just thought I'd throw that out there.
All right, well, I'm sure he appreciates the support. So let me just say on a show of hands, who in the room wants to comment? So I'm looking at 1, 2, maybe. All right, let's have you come up. The person in the looks like a blue jacket. I think you raised your hand first. Can't see everyone, but I saw you first, so I'll give you a chance. All right, I'll swear you in. Raise your right hand. Swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
Name and comment, please.
Dean Faulkner, a fellow retiree. So obviously I've got, thoughts or concerns about major price increases. But I also have tried to spend a little bit of time discussing what are alternatives and that kind of thing. And talk with Wayne and describe concern about having a firm capacity, for the system. And that firm capacity has been impacted by the amount of growth and development in the community. And my sense is that rather than put the whole cost of the expense to the current users, really promote the idea of a impact fee so that it would be directing the cost of additional capacity to those that are going to be using it both now and in the future. Impact fee could actually be part of a major plan for development to be able to address all future needs, not just those that are in the immediate situation. The other thing that came to mind was the idea of promoting conservation water rates. We currently have a system that allows you to be able to actually get a reduction in the cost of your water bill when you use more water. I have a sprinkler system. I like to keep my grass green, and I benefit from that tiered system. If we're really, in a situation of concern, the thought was possibly go to a single tier or multi-tier that would be focused on not incentivizing water consumption, but disincentivizing that water consumption. If nothing else, that might help to allow additional time to be able to come up with what are the projects timing that have to be done. As I mentioned to Wayne, I really like the idea of implementing the impact fee because it'll be the most equitable for the long term. Last but not least, possibility of delaying these projects to see if there'd be enough benefit by the change in rates to see if what do you really need for the water in the first place. I have no idea how close it is or Wayne's actually gonna get me some information just to better understand this thing, but if there's ways to be able to reduce that water consumption, why not do that first? Then look at doing the projects later. So I'm just looking at multiple options that would help reduce the situation or the impact on our residents. That's it.
Okay, well, thanks very much. Who else in the room has a comment? Oh, we're going to switch over to the Zoom participants, and you can always change your mind and come up later. And also, there's still time to file a written comment. Don't forget about that. So a couple people joined us by Zoom. Looks like MSM Slack is the screen name. I did see you there before the others. So if you do want to comment, please unmute.
I'll pass.
You'll pass? Okay, no worries. How about Al Castro? I saw you joining us. Did you want to comment? Yeah, okay. I can unmute you from here. That's that helps. All right, great. All right, let me just get you bigger here. There we go. All right, so I'm going to swear you in, and then I'll have you give us your name. So raise your right hand, please. And do you swear or affirm, tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
All right, give us your name and comment.
Well, thank you for the opportunity first and for hosting this meeting. Similar to my other fellow residents here, I've been in the village since, I don't know, 1982, I believe, homeowner. First, I understand that cost of everything goes up, right? We all know that. I guess when I first got the letter, it was like, wow, where did this come from? From 7 years to looking at such a big jump. So my first question, and I missed the first hearing, so I don't know what the results was. Of all of a sudden we got a 61% increase to talk about, or 53. Where did it come from? It's like, was the village board aware of this? Was our own utility aware of this? It's like, if I went to my boss and I said, sorry, boss, we got a 61% increase to talk about this coming year, he'd fire my ass. It's like, why weren't you watching the store better than that? For me, I don't think the education to the community has been done good enough. And that's why you're getting this reaction. It's like there's a slap in our face. If there would have been more education, this is what's happened. This is why it's going, costs are up, et cetera, et cetera. There's one paragraph description in the letter doesn't do justice, you might say. So as personally, it's like, wow, that's a big jump. And that's why you're getting all these reactions. So I don't know. I think a better job could have been done ahead of time to give us warnings at the last budget process. Hey, this might be happening. Be aware of this, things like that. Bring us along slowly. Remember, we just went through a big referendum also for their middle school tax increase, the levy. So this is coming on the heels of that. So keep in mind that we're getting hit both from the school district and now by this utility rate. Secondly, I want to echo what my fellow residents have said too. I'm recently retired on a fixed income, and I can't go to Social Security and say, can you give me a 53% increase or 61% increase because things are going up. So keep in mind that we also have other expenses that are coming up, and we don't have the ability to go and increase our income as easily as people maybe on salaries and still working. The other point I want to make is I hope you plan to have more hearings during evening hours for those working people, because most of us are retired. They can attend these hearings or maybe can afford to take off, but there's other people that might have input. I don't know what the next step is, but there's going to be an evening meeting or something like that. But having just recently retired, I said it's important to get the input from the working people also. Secondly, if something does to go through, I prefer proposal number 2. Obviously, it's less painful, but I do like the recommendation of breaking it to monthly payments rather than quarterly, so it doesn't hit as hard, especially those of us that are on pensions and Social Security, to make it as painless as possible. And I do agree with the recommendation from the other resident that is there a way to step back and look at what is really necessary? What's the wish list? What's the A list? And what's the B list that we could live with and still live within our means? And look at how we can promote water conservation instead of just put it out there. We all need to get better custodians of our water. So I just ask you that better communication, better public information. Look at a graduated system. I think in my email comment I sent earlier, is there is a way to space this out over a period of years instead of jump in right away. We have to borrow from the contingency fund for now to get this funded and then spread it out over time. So it's not so painful at one time. Whatever, just, and again, keeping in mind that we're also being hit by the levy from the school district. And of course, we got other cost of living going on with the inflation and tariff rates. And be careful of people with fixed incomes. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thanks for your comment. So it looks like I have everyone on Zoom, has had an opportunity to comment. Anyone in the room change their mind and wish to speak? All right, let me just get that screen share back up and I'll just display the notice again. So just like I said before, we are still going to be receiving written comments up until Thursday. So please, if you haven't commented yet or you want to spread the word to more people, there's that opportunity to file the remaining period here to file a comment in this case will be up until Thursday. So appreciate that. I appreciate all the participation and the response we've gotten from this case. Very significant public interest. So that goes a long way with decision makers paying attention to the issues. So I do appreciate that. And we will package the record up to Andy Galvin and present it to him for a decision. So that's pretty much the remaining part of the process here. Once we get all the comments in, that'll be the next step. So you will see an order issued with the final rates, and like I showed before, you'll be able to access the documents in the case using this link here that's on the notice of hearing. So with that, is there anything else we need to address before we adjourn? Hearing nothing, thanks very much. We're adjourned and take care.
Thank you.